tech transfer offices and things like that. Real estate searches, going to visit co-working spaces, hooking up with a tech networking community, many of whom are here today. So we put together a really bespoke, handmade program for any business from anywhere in the world that suits their needs on their schedule so they can move through their business decision-making process for the US expansion at the pace that suits them. We put our teams and our data, multilingual teams, at their service through, whether it's a WhatsApp chat or coming and, living in Philadelphia for a couple of weeks on the appropriate visa, and introducing them to partners that can help ease their transition into the big, awesome, scary, amazing, terrifying US market.
And I have a unique perspective because I deal with so many companies, and obviously they're looking at other places, but I think what Philadelphia does is really unique and something we should be collectively proud of, for our Philly folk. It really is a very welcoming place, and that is like constantly the feedback I get, but the resources and the infrastructure that we have through the mayor's office, through the Science Center and other organizations, I find to be unparalleled. I'm from Philly. Okay, I'm gonna promote us until the cows come home, but it really is different. When I meet certain European countries, they have an idea of where they want to go. They say New York, especially the Frenchies, New York or Miami. That's they're very binary about it. But once they come to Philly and see the access that we have, and not only the things that you talked about during your slide deck, but how people interact, it really is amazing. And I know we got our somewhere City of Brotherly Love and Sisterly Affection tagline there, but I think that we are naturally welcoming. Maybe it's the heritage of the city, maybe it's the fact that we're fighting against reputations that we don't deserve, or this underdog mentality that even permeates through to Super Bowl championships, right? But we want to encourage people to come to the city. We want to show it off. And I think that resonates through the government and through the facilities that we have available. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Peter. I go to a lot of events, and I'm curious, what are some of the big events like Collision or other big techie conference, entrepreneur conferences that go on in Philly that bring in 20,000 people from the country?
So I'll let Karina take this one because we have something huge coming up this summer.
Right, so there is a huge international bio conference that's usually happening in San Diego or Boston. They alternate between San Diego and Boston. Well, what do you know? This year they're coming to Philly. They were in Philly last in 2015, and they're looking at maybe adding Philly to their rotation. They have around 40,000 people, I think, or more coming to that conference, so that's a big boost for Philadelphia, and obviously it speaks about our market and where we are in the biotech. There's a big MedTech device conference that happens in Philly. I don't know whether...
Philly Tech Week happens in May every year, which is a lot of the folks who are part of Amplify Philly in this project are instrumental in that. It's hundreds of events that are really part of May over the course of about 10 days. And some of them are, it's a little bit like this, very social networking driven, and some of them are very B2B driven, capital attraction. And then in November, the Philadelphia Alliance for Capital and Technologies, PACT, hosts the largest venture capital conference on the East Coast. Most people assume that would be in New York, but it's actually right at home in Philadelphia. So thinking about the types of events you're talking about outside of our life science depth and expertise, Philly Tech Week in May and the PACT conference in November would be two to check out for sure. Yeah.
There's a conference, not a conference, but a big event with rock concerts that's coming to Philly.
Made in America?
Yes.
There's a guy named Jay-Z who throws a big party Labor Day in Philly. Made in America. That is amazing. Perhaps not business oriented, but it's totally worth checking out. And the 4th of July, we do a few things around that too.
All right. Well, I think we'd like to thank you all for coming to our panel and kicking off the Amplify Philly.